Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your November. Your birthday is Rex coming back, and it's never a good place to be at around your birthday, kind of like dealing with these issues. But let's see what I see. By the way, I'm choosing Tiger Eye. I should have probably have a link on my website. I still didn't put it at the time of this recording, but by the time you hear it, take a look at it. Not any tiger eye. You have them with the red, you have them with the yellow. This is going to be the one that is going to really help you. This is very calming if you put it on your heart chakra. And this is kind of like very much able to tune you in if you put it on your third eye. We are in the year number 3, and only this one would work for you. And I like to have this. I really like all the fixed signs energy, and I surround myself in my bedroom with all of these four basically stones that represent the signs. But this one, this month, especially with the Mercury retrograde, will be helpful, and that's why the energy I'm putting in the cards, especially now when we switch to Scorpio. So Scorpio, let's see. This is only for the people who have exes they're dealing with. Maybe some of you are being pestered. Maybe some of you are feeling, oh my gosh, I want him or her back, right? So let's look into that. These cards over here are significators. They're the same in every spread that I make because they're not being read. They're just telling me that I'm reading these categories. It took me 2 years to figure out these 7 cards. And I say, yes, now it works. Now I can tell. I can give you an educated opinion over here. So guys, to go in-depth description of why I chose these cards and what each of them mean individually, go on my website, cattarot.ca. You have it here on the bottom somewhere, I believe here. But I'm going to give you a really shortcut. This category is going to tell us what goes for you if this is ever basically a starter, what needs to be fixed, one significator, another, the energy in between, what is karma thinking, looking at this time, and also what are the next steps. So that's in short, but there's like actually much more. Also, I do not read cards one by one. That's not how tarot should be read. I know it's really difficult. Most people learn how to do 2 cards or 3 cards at the same time. I have to basically read 7 and then ultimately 21 cards in this particular reading. So, Scorpio, let's jump into it. You guys, I also have to tell you, the reason why you're listening to this is, yes, you want to get some answers. You want to see if somebody's going to tell you nice stories. A little bit less you as a Scorpio than the other signs. You guys are, hey, I'm living this life to fully experience this emotion. And that's why sometimes you are represented as this proverbial phoenix, right? But you also need to understand that, the messages here are being channeled for you. So imagine if your spirit guide is here and conveying this message to you, saying, rubbish, let me go on another reader and let me see what they say, because, hey, this can be more fun. This is not about being more fun. This is about recognizing what needs to be done. If you need to wash the dishes, just running on another store, to say, well, you can buy one, you don't have to wash them. Well, sure, you can do that, but then are you going to throw the first ones, or are you going to keep buying the new stuff? And finding continuously new partner, new novelty, instead of working on old things doesn't always end well. So you guys have here strength. You have 7 of Wands reversed. You have 9 of Cups. You have Queen of Wands, which is one of the cards. Oh my goodness, look at the glare right here. And it's almost like they're completely washed. The Fool, you have 3 of Pentacles, and then you have 5 of Pentacles for some reason. So it's almost like telling me that there's like some aggression in your life. Either somebody is coming toward you and you are trying to tone them down. Like, let me lift this up because I'm not so sure why the sun is completely blocking this out, which is really nice to have sun, but let's not be blinded by the sun. this is about commitment. This is about how we approach certain things. Maybe somebody's getting really angry toward us. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who has issues and you can clearly see that they have some issues. Look at this. 8 and 7, 15. I never add 9 because 9s are not changing the vibration of the card, right? So 15, 1 and 5 is 6. And so 15 and 9 would be 24, and 2 and 4 is 6 as well. So it always comes to the same vibration, right? So I always go with a higher vibration to tell you, because 15 is also ultimately about unity, about peace, about feeling comfort, right? And look at that infinity over here. It's like something that is there that kind of like kept on going, and maybe it's going to keep going. Maybe you have karmic ties to this person. It's interestingly also that my significator here also have the infinity sign. Maybe you're dealing with number 8 of some reason. Maybe somebody's born on the 8th. Maybe you met on the 8th. Maybe there's like something that's going on for 8 years, 8 months, 8 days. This clearly tells me that, possibly you're sitting pretty, you're feeling comfort, you're feeling that things are okay, and things are actually really working out over here. 9 of Cups is a situation where like somebody feels accomplished, somebody feels what I don't like about, let me start first with what I don't like. Look at this dude, he's sitting with his arms crossed. If you're entering the room and somebody sits like that, this is not the person you want to approach. So that's why I always have a problem to interpret this card as a wish card, because to me that's somebody who can be a little bit unapproachable. But at the same time, I can see why this might be happening, because maybe somebody is making the strides toward you. Like, as you can see, this dude is not necessarily overly happy over here, right? And he's also kind of like covering his heart chakra over here, where, maybe you are doing the same. Maybe you're simply kind of like blocking somebody out of your life. Maybe these are not connected. Maybe there is like a commitment on one side, and another one you are kind of like pushing somebody out. Let me see if I can create some privacy screen. Apparently not. To give you a better look. No, it's not going to happen. The sky, the sun is too high in the sky. And I have injured myself by falling on my left side, so I cannot really stretch. So let's continue. So this really tells me it's going to be communication about you and what you want and what makes you feel comfortable. I really like Queen of Wands basically showing up as you guys, because it has this like kitty. Yes, this is Cat Tarot for sure, but this kitty is talking in this particular card, right? Kitty doesn't always tell the truth, and kitty sometimes realizes that kind of like foxy is important over here. However, Queen of Wands is dedicating, like I said, she has a sunflower, so understanding where the wind blows from and where the sun is like being turned to. So it is very important to understand. Almost looks like you're looking toward a new beginning with someone really here, because I see that you have right next to the Fool over here, somebody that you can build something with. This could be a completely different partner, or this also could mean, as I said, that you really want a commitment, but not necessarily from the person over here who kind of like wants to have it with you, which leads me to conclusion that there are more than one. There could be 2 or even 3 partners over here. So somebody's going to get hurt, my dear Scorpio. Who is it going to be? Are you going to be the one who is hurt? Are you going to hurt someone? Or there's going to be another third party? Because look at this person is crying over something that has happened, and not really looking that there are many new possibilities that are there for them. And look at this, 5 and 3 are 8 over here. They're almost like, you either look at them or they look at you as the only option. So you have a Knight of Cups and Judgment. So this is karma card, and this is the highest karma card. This actually also represents Pluto, your planet, and it is in the category of what needs to be glued. So some attitudes, how you maybe perceive somebody, how you behave towards somebody has to change. Woo, and the High Priestess show up. Whenever this shows up, I recommend a reading, because this is really talking about connecting intuitively to something, because the Judgment has fallen in the category that needs sort of like, if you wish, resurrection. But this also tells me that could be somebody from your past showing up, because it's Mercury retrograde, and this person is almost like saying it's now or never. Maybe something is really important to them and they're calling the shots, or they want to call the shots, and you're almost like into this laughing stage, where were you all this time, kind of a thing, right? And maybe you're pulling in yourself with this High Priestess. It's kind of like, look, you could choose the right from wrong, so what did you choose, kind of a thing, right? Interestingly, this is 11, 9 and 2, and now the 11 is showing up. It might be almost like some kind of legal things, or this is the ultimate balance, and I actually really like it, because it's really feeling equal on both sides. Just as you have the Hangman, 11, 12, and then we have 4. Maybe there is a situation or a process in which you're going through where maybe there's like somebody, I know this is like, is your ex coming back, so by default that means that you are not with this person, but I really have to tell you what I see, that this kind of like gives me indication. And like, you have the Knight of Cups, you have the High Priestess, you have the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Justice, you have 4 of Wands. So majority of you will have some either exchange with that partner and communication about how to move that forward, to a point to talk about marriage, to a point about talking about love and how to build a life together. I think you will be calling the shots really, really in this situation. But at the same time, if you create a situation that there is imbalance of any kind of like kind, then you need to understand that the other person can just say, well, you know, I'm not so sure if I can deal with this. I want to, because the Hangman ultimately is a situation that we are not comfortable with. Situation where we end up where the other person is kind of like either violating us or doing something that is rubbing us the wrong way. So sometimes we ask people, sometimes we tell them stop doing that, and of course what is out of it, like they do it even more, and second warning, third warning, you're freaking out, right? But sometimes if this person really, really loves you, they say, whoa, I really need to see what you see. How do you see me? And that's what this card is all about. That they actually might go through that maturity and push it through. It's kind of really interesting. It could be, because look at this. I have like 0, 3, 0, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So it is progressing actually really nicely. They also maybe are faced with a situation of losing you. But there is, like as I said, somebody's going to shed tears here. There's going to be some kind of loss. Maybe you're going to shed tears, but look at this. Like there is like one partner sitting here pretty and happy, another one is shedding tears, right? Does it look to you like meeting of the minds? Does it look to you that should be situation to continue? And this is why you're pulling in all of your instincts. You're pulling the stuff in and saying to yourself, well, in order to continue, things really need to change. This also could be you, that you are sort of like uprooting yourself, turning your world upside down, because there is like this, you know, Knight of Cups that is really pushing it forward, and that's a level for even proposal over here. But then Why we are getting this? Because I guess I get so many Scorpios. I'm going to have different people with different attitudes showing up here. You have Knight of Wands, you have the Star, Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, King of Cups, and Six of Wands. Oh my, oh my, oh my. What do I do with this? Just like this dude here who was a little bit on the angry side, this dude is just like, hey, I won. I won. Is something wrong with this? Nope. But these people are devastated. It's almost like taking a joy in somebody's loss, but it happens all the time. Just go to any sports game, right? It's kind of like it creates all kinds of like temporary, insanity over here. It is the win nonetheless that you need to understand. But what kind of win? There is like some kind of X over here that I see in the background. You are very hopeful. And actually, only thing that I really see that I have to tell you is that you need to kind of ground yourself. Maybe you're pushing things too far too soon. Because look at this. Knight of Cups is here, but Knight of Wands is here. It's saying, yeah, on one hand, like something is moving forward. On the other hand, something really needs to be fixed. So maybe water sign is going forward. If you have it, maybe fire sign is not going forward. That's kind of like how can we position, because you have the upgrade over here that maybe certain relationship is being upgraded to a next level. But then why is the one partner here and not you, I think, unless you decided this is your significator, feeling let down? Because this is 11 and this is 10. Like you feel, or somebody's feeling that certain things are not achievable, that certain things are not moving. So somebody has cold feet, I would say. I would say that somebody, they speak with two sides of their mouth. It could be sort of like just before a big event. Maybe it can be engagement, or it could be something where you're literally announcing to the world. I mean, this is again the same vibration. This is like processing on the inside, and now these processes are outside. This is also between bad and good, as the scales are showing over here. So we have this unbelievable balance. It's almost like you are maybe working entirely on balance. We just went through Libra season, and we are just now entering yours, and that would make sense, right? But at the same time, maybe you're dealing with a person who is not done with things. They might get done. They still need to go through maybe some reckoning, because look at this 21. It's the finishing of the process of some sort. And that could be good. That could be understanding. That could be somebody who is dealing with their own issues. And I really don't think this is you, right? Because look at it, you're offering them like such beautiful things. The Star is like such optimistic card. You're like that sun in their life. They just look at you as the sun, but they are not the sun. And guess what is attracted to the sun? Darkness is. So you, Scorpio, attract lots of dark people. Why? Because you are the bravest sign to be able to reach out into those deep trenches and give them a hand and get them out. Sometimes, and this is interesting because these two cards, they add to 13. They're both swords, and they make sense to be add up over here, but they also have to add this one then up, which is 18. So we are talking about two water signs. One is Death card, one would be the Moon card, right? And so it is really talking about perceptions. It's going to be something this particular month that needs to be decided upon. Maybe somebody needs to go. Maybe they're like too freaking many cooks and they're spoiling the broth, right? Because this can also talk about disappointments. Clearly, disappointment, not on the same page, not pushing it forward. Maybe somebody wants to come back on their terms. I just need to be the glorified, the beautiful, da 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 da. I am seeing so many people that my head is spinning, guys. Really. And some of them, it's just kind of like who you want, don't want you, or you want this person, you find this person has the issues. It's just like Oh my freaking god, like what was this movie As Good as It Gets, when she's yelling at Jack Nicholson, oh my gosh, why can't I find a normal boyfriend? That's kind of like how it sounds over here. It's, let me put it this way, it's getting complicated. Is somebody coming back? Yes, for some of you, yes. But at the same time, the moment when they come back, they will feel let down, and you're going to start this, like, circus all over again, and that is going to hurt you. Like, you say, well, I work on this and you're moving it forward, and why in the world we are like back to this? So that's a good question. Why are these people feeling this way? Because in the end, there's like something good happening out of it. I really think it goes down to sex, goes down to kind of like familiarity with this person, it goes down to the hopes that you have. It almost looks like that you need to repair allowing this person to come in and out of your life without committing to something that is going to be perfect and is going to work for the perfect future. So this is really, really important over here. So guys, it will be interesting to hear your comments, and I'm open to for readings, because you do have a karma card over here. It could be a karmic soulmate you're dealing with. In fact, I really see that lots of balance, but maybe you need to cleanse something out, and that would be a really good thing to check. So my dear Scorpio, I wish you all the best. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you. In the bottom of this video, you can find my contact information, and you can come to my website over here, katara.ca, and kind of like find more information about the services I offer. I wish you all the best, guys. You know that I love you, and very soon the monthlies are coming out, and guess whose sign is coming out first? Yes, yours. Love you. Bye.